Rodriguez. Gate 7, Waterbury Lane. 8, Star of the West. Purple Flame, Bang On. Favourites, Barrier 1, Cavalier King, and got a good beginning, Cavalier King towards the inside, an early leader. Hunting for a good position is Star of the West on the right-hand side, Waterbury Lane. Rodriguez between them, so there's a speed duel up front, a line of 4, and Rodriguez now being taken back with Cavalier King. They're going to save some petrol. Paris Ricks to the 800 over race for a stride or 2 onto the hills. Mr. Baby's on the outside of runners. Lake Como's got 6 lengths to hunt down Purple Flame. Then comes Bang On. Homeward bound, Waterbury Lane's at the rail. 600 metres to go. Star of the West racing away in second. Favourite Cavalier King towards the inside, a length and a half to make up on the heels of Waterbury Lane. Mr. Bayview comes under the drive. Rodriguez is looking for a way through. Purple Flame to the inside. 300 to go. Waterbury Lane the one to get to. Cavalier King, Conquer the Enemies, running an absolute cracker towards the inside. Inside the last 100 metres, Waterbury Lane. Cavalier King down the inside. Conquer the Enemy. Cavalier King between them's coming home. Hail the Conqueror. Cavalier King won it. Muzieni opens proceedings. Right there, Conquer the Enemy towards the inside. Waterbury Lane. And looking for the minor positions, Purple Flame as they hit the post.
Welcome to the winners' enclosure, and before we go any further, it would be remiss if we didn't thank Bonamanzi Game Reserve for their sponsorship of the first race. The groom is Dixon. Dixon has gone off to attend to his horse, but he takes home the R1,000 on behalf of Hollywoodbets and on behalf of Gold Circle, and we congratulate Dixon. With me is Paul Matchett, the trainer of Cavalier King. Paul, your day started off beautifully. Well done, and an excellent race and an excellent ride, I thought, by Muzi. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Warren. For a young horse, come all the way from Joburg and a strange track, never run here before, never worked here before, galloped. It was a good effort, I thought. He's still immature, and I think the owners are going to have exciting times with him.
I was impressed with the way Muzi handled him, because he had a lovely run in transit, and up the straight he just wasn't impatient, and he delivered the goods.
That's right. I think look, he might be a horse wanting a bit more ground eventually. So there's a lot of improvement to come, and I'd just like to thank Matthew and Anthony. They made the trip all the way from Gauteng, and Matthew came from Grahamstown, so they came a long way to see the horse win, and I'm glad we could produce the goods for them.
It would be remiss if I didn't ask you about only the Brave and War of Athena a little later on. You started your day off well. How are they doing?
They both travelled down very well, and we can't wait to see them on the racecourse.
Paul, all the best to you and your team. Well done here.
Thank you very much, and I'd just like to thank my World Sports betting sponsors. Thank you for today. Thank you.
Spot on. Let's get Matthew in, who I'm told is here with his twin brother. But you're the oldest by 5 minutes, I'm told. But Matthew, welcome to you and your brother, and travelled from across the country to come and see Cavalier King win. I just ask you to come a little closer to the microphone. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, you've got to be pleased with the way Muzi handled your horse, because really gave him a nice confident ride, because the pack were coming.
No, he did. He rode him very, very well. We were very impressed. I sort of was a little bit worried, but he rode him very well. He was very patient with him.
We see these colours all over the place, and thanks very much to you and your family for your contribution to horse racing. It's lovely to have you here.
No, well, it's great to be here. It's in the racing blood. Grew up on it basically. My dad being a bookmaker in Zimbabwe. We were on the course from 3 years old, so it's there, and I think we enjoy it, and it's a passion. But I just first I'd obviously like to thank my wife, especially my wife, for standing by me in this. She's behind me, and it's something that we love. And I'd like to say thank you to Paul and his team, to Sarah, and to Dixon, who looks after the horse, and I'd like to thank Danica Stud for being a wonderful animal.
Lovely. Well, as I said, it's lovely to have you in the province, and we wish you many more wins.
No, thank you very much.
Lovely, Matthew. Spot on. Lovely to talk to Matthew. And, he's here with his twin brother. He's the oldest by literally 5 minutes. They've got only the Brave and War of Athena, will the stable have later on. Muzi's coming back, and I'm glad he's coming back just before the hammer was about to fall. And Fundamali is his sponsor. Gold Circle's we got all the different caps, and it's wonderful to have everybody involved. Well done, Muz, because even if you'd run second, I would have still said a very good ride, because you didn't panic up the straight, you nursed this horse through and you asked for effort. Well done.
Thank you very much. I think you read it well. Just gets quite strong at home, and I think it was lucky that we drew one and it was Greyville around the turn. Just could steady him a bit, because at home he just wants to do too much. I think also a different new environment. Being a young horse, he wasn't sure where he was, so he actually settled quite beautifully. But I always felt like he was going well enough to win. He hit a bit of a flat spot going through the 300. I think just because purely he could be a horse that could get a 1400 and maybe later on a mile. But I thought it was a decent win, third start. And just well done to the captain's family for the support.
Muzi, a great ride. You're on the board early. Well done.
Thank you very much. Huge thanks to Mr. Matchett. Obviously, it shows that the horses travelled well. So hopefully we'll see you later.
Well done. Spot on. Well done, Muzi. We're out of time, and let's move on. Race number 2 is up next, and we'll be back to you shortly. Race 2 sets off the first leg of today's bipot, but the Kapniuses, the Matchetts, and the Yennies have drawn first blood.